It's Thursday. I'm Richard Matharoo. That means a brand new episode of Free Coaching Thursday. I have got 3 questions that were asked by my audience this week. I'm going to give my direct and honest answers so that if you are building a business, who knows, maybe one of these answers will be just what you're looking for to move the needle to results in your business today. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. Let's look at the first question. As a successful entrepreneur, what advice do you have for people who keep failing at new business ventures consistently? If it applies, how are you able to overcome it? Okay, that's a great question. So it's all about asking yourself the right questions and being self-aware. If you are repeatedly failing at anything, business is no different, then that means you are repeatedly making some kind of error in your actions. It has to be, right? If you continue to lose at noughts and crosses, well, you are putting a nought or a cross in the wrong place. And if you changed it, then that game, if no one makes a mistake in that game, right, no one can win, right? No one can lose. So there are certain things you can do to ensure certain bare minimums, like noughts and crosses. Unless you make a mistake, no one can lose that game, right? So that's the same in your business. Ask yourself, number one, why is it that you're failing? Like, what caused that failure? Is it you can't generate leads? You can't convert the leads? You have poor time management skills? You can never find the time to work? You are emotionally unstable when it comes to negativity? Like, there's a reason, and you know it if you think about it, why you're failing. Number two, what would be the best way you could overcome that? Like, brainstorm 5-10 ideas. Well, maybe I could learn this. Maybe I could get coaching. Maybe I could buy a course. Maybe I could reevaluate my goals. What is it that would help with that? And then number three, make a specific plan, dates, times, actions that will overcome that error, that adjustment. It's not even an error, it's just a learning experience. Understand that business isn't linear. Life isn't linear. It's twists and turns. It's course correction. Okay, if you set off on a cruise ship today and you were the captain somehow, right? Just, you got the hat, so you're the captain, right? You're on the ship and you realize that you're 2 degrees out. Would you then leave that 2 degrees on the navigation out and end up 3,000 miles away by the time you get to the other side of the ocean? Or would you just correct it and go, oh, that's the wrong direction. Course correction, carry on. You'd course correct. It's the same in a business. It isn't just this one strategy, one plan right from the start, from here forever, that's going to work for you. Your goals change, your life changes, your ideas change, your skills change. So we've got to be willing to be a little bit fluid with our plan, evaluating the feedback we're getting, looking how we can improve, making that adjustment and repeating the process. It's not easy, but it's definitely simple. I started to do that every single week. I have a weekly meeting with myself where I ask myself those questions. That's helped me overcome challenges. I never face the same problem for any more than 7 days because of that tactic. Hope that's helped. Number two, should I travel and see the world now whilst young or save all of my money for when I'm older? So that's a great question. That is presumptive that you can only travel at one period in your life and you're only going to make enough money to travel at one period of your life. So number one thing I would say is if you are passionate about travel, which I'm guessing you are like I am, then understand that this isn't a finite kind of, area of your life. Like, I travel all the time. And I've traveled from being young, and I've traveled all the way through having a daughter who's 8 years old, and my wife and daughter and I go everywhere together. And that is made possible because I designed our life that way. Think about, instead of saying, well, do I have to limit it now for the next few years or put it off for 20 years and nothing in between or nothing like I want to do, instead expand your vision of yourself. What is the reason why you couldn't travel where you like, wherever the heck you like, whenever you like, now until the day you die? Where's the limitation in that? No one says you have to get a 9-to-5 job and be restricted to that. No one says that even if you get a 9-to-5 job, you can't book off weeks away throughout the year and make that happen. You can't start a business. There's all these things that no one's telling you other than yourself. So if you really love to travel, why not right now as you're young? Obviously, if you must be young to have this choice, think about what kind of life you want to build and start to reflect that in your actions to build a business or a career that will allow you to do that. And in specifics, in terms of travel where you should go to, there's probably going to be certain places, well, there are, that are better suited when you've not got children. Certain places you aren't family friendly, go see those now. And then there are certain places that are better when you do have a family, to share them with other people like that. So when you're younger, maybe more party orientated places, places where maybe they're not quite as safe as some places, you know, where you wouldn't really want to be looking out for a child as well as yourself. Maybe go see those now. And then family places, you know, easy to think of, stuff like Disney, places like that. They're going to be a lot more fun when you have the magic of a child with you as well, right? So that would be my answer to that question. Don't limit yourself to say it's now or never or in the future and not now. You can definitely do both. What are some early signs a teenager, got a couple of young questions here, will be successful in business? So I would say it comes down to the personality of that teenager. You know, habits are everything. If you can do the right things by reflex, then you're going to find it difficult to fail in business or anything you turn your attention to. So I always look for, I mean, there's no guarantee, but some great early signs for someone that's going to create success in business would be, number one, open-mindedness. You don't know what you don't know. And if you can accept that and be willing to listen to someone who has the knowledge that you want, that's a big, big step in the right direction. Because, of course, even if you're not that skilled right now, even if you have no results right now, if you find someone that has, and you're willing to invest your time and money in them so they will coach you or buy their course or their information, well, then you can be in the same position as them on a knowledge and a skill level, can't you? Right? If I wanted to learn to be a mechanic, if I went to the local garage and said, hey, I've saved up this amount of money, if I pay you, will you let me work here for a month and teach me what to do? I could learn to be at least an adequate mechanic, couldn't I? Experience, watching, taking the knowledge, asking questions. I definitely could. So my current situation has no reflection on my destination as long as I'm willing to walk that path and find someone that's already done that, right? That would be my first, what I'd be looking for, open-mindedness to receive help. Number two would be consistency. Like, are they someone who sticks at something? Do they bounce from thing to thing to thing to thing? If they do, they've got no sticking power. Entrepreneurship is hard. So you're going to make negativity. There's going to be days where you doubt yourself, days where people tell you to quit. If you can't take that and keep moving forward, if you haven't got thick skin, if you can't develop consistency and persistence, then entrepreneurship is not going to be for you, because it is not easy. People will tell you all sorts of stuff. Everyone's got an opinion, especially when you're young. I remember I started my first business when I was 17, 18. People scoffed, roll their eyes. And then I ended up being some of their bosses, which was quite funny. But if you've got the consistency, it makes a big difference. A third thing I would say is vision. It's like I mentioned to the person who asked the question about travel. How do you view yourself in the future? You need to have a vision of what you want your life to be like. That's something a lot of teenagers struggle with. Like, I never really had much of a strong vision until I got into my 20s. I wish I'd have developed that sooner. I wish I'd have started to look and think, okay, who do I want to be? Where do I want to be? What do I want to do, be in the world? What do I want to impact? What do I want to leave behind that outlives me? What do I want to do in terms of business? What kind of business? What product? What structure? If you ask these questions, you can gain clarity. And with clarity means you can take advances now instead of having to wait and fumble around and try loads of different things. You can gain some clarity now, which is really useful. It's going to put time on your side. And the final thing I would say is personal development. Even if you don't know the kind of business you want to do right now, you could definitely start investing in your skill set, mindset. I mean, look at all the books there behind me. I've got stacks and stacks of the things, courses, coaching, all these things that will allow you to advance the value that you have as a person, and everywhere you go, there you are. If you improve your skill sets in things like communication, mindset, having a morning and evening routine, looking at specific skills that may affect your business in the future. If you start developing these areas of yourself in your life now, then you're going to find it much, much, much easier to apply them to any type of business that you want to build. And success isn't by luck. Success is a destination that you can reach if you have the right roadmap and you're willing to walk it. Those skills will allow you to do that. So I hope that that's helped answer your question. So I only want to do 3 today. I want to keep it less than 9 or 10 minutes. We've done that, so that will be enough for today. If you are specifically a network marketer and you would like to know more about how you can build your business better, I got loads I can teach you at richardmatharoo.com/YouTube. If you've enjoyed the questions today at all, then you'll definitely enjoy that free web class. If you're quick, you'll also get a free gift just for attending that's worth quite a bit. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. Hope you got value from this video today. Have a fantastic day.